Back in the year 2007, I got this brand new game. It was the breakthrough in flight simulation at the time. Good old Microsoft Flight Simulator X. It was my first of the genre, and I became obsessed with it as soon as I installed it off the 2 discs it came on. Flying missions in the Cessna Skyhawk, then landing over St. Maarten in the CRJ. The game blew my mind as a kid. I could fly anywhere, do anything, and it was limitless. Now it's 2020. We've had one crazy year, most of which has been stuck inside. But back in 2019 at E3, when it was actually held, Microsoft surprised the flight simulator community with the brand new Microsoft Flight Simulator. When I first saw that trailer, I was blown away. To have the whole world, and not just basic autogen, but the whole world with accurate buildings, trees, and terrain was just crazy to think was even possible. Microsoft Flight Simulator has come a long way in its history, ranging from the old versions on DOS to the newer generations like 2002, 2004, and Microsoft Flight Simulator X itself. Microsoft Flight Simulator has always had a place in my heart to be one of my favorite games of all time. I happen to own the last 3 versions of Microsoft Flight Simulator on hand, but now it's August of 2020, and the new Microsoft Flight Simulator is out now. It's just f***ing amazing. Despite a tough launch to some people, Microsoft Flight Simulator is without a doubt one of the most beautiful games I have ever had the opportunity of playing. Red Dead Redemption 2 is still one of the craziest games in terms of graphics and story, but that's for another time. Anyways, Microsoft Flight Simulator is just simply stunning. The clouds, the water, the scenery, everything is just mind-blowing when you witness it firsthand. You have the entire world to explore, using over 2 petabytes worth of terrain and autogen data, all streamed via Microsoft's Azure AI, and the results are stunning. Something we've never seen in a simulator before. I flew directly over my hometown, my house, and I just stopped and took a second to realize, Jesus, I'm flying over my actual house. It's actually there. It's truly a crazy experience to finally see what the planes that fly over my house actually see. Besides the crazy ground visuals, the weather, lighting, and shader engines are out of this world. I typically really enjoy games that give great attention to detail when it comes to water, trees, and other elements of nature. In Microsoft Flight Simulator, the volumetric clouds, the reflections out of the water, the grass and trees around the globe are just absolutely insane. I have never been so mesmerized by clouds in a video game. On top of that, Sobo partnered with Mateo Blue, which brings real-world weather data into the sim. You can get the same exact conditions in real time anywhere in the world, and it's just absolutely astonishing to think. With the standard version, which is the version I own, you get 20 fantastically modeled default aircraft, ranging from small turboprops to large airliners. All aircraft offer a unique experience with fantastic modeling and sounds. The physics are pretty good, nothing crazy though. Definitely a step up from FSX, but something to get used to coming from other sims. Same thing with the key bindings for all the aircraft. I have, on many instances, clicked on a button on my joystick thinking it'll put my flaps down, and it does absolutely nothing, but that's just something we have to get used to. And if you upgrade to the Premium Deluxe, you get 10 more aircraft, so the selection of planes to explore the world is a great addition. Not to mention, PMDG and other aircraft developers are bringing their aircraft and scenery to the platform. As amazing as Microsoft Flight Simulator is, it isn't perfect. It is in closed beta, so that is to be expected. Some scenery has some trouble, and there have been some instances of towns and cities looking completely different to real life. However, Microsoft is going to be updating the data as the sim progresses to keep things up and running. I have also had a few instances with crashing and such, but nothing that the game is completely broken for me. The installation of the game was something else. It is a big game, so long download times are to be expected, but the installer was not perfect. It's something that can definitely be improved, and launch day servers may have taken part. Load times are pretty long as well, but if you're used to fly other flight simulators like X-Plane 11 and P3D, it isn't too much different, and what it's loading kinda does it justice. The biggest issue is frame rates and optimization. I, by all means, don't have a crazy powerful PC. I have a GTX 1070, 16 gigs of RAM, running on a 6th gen Intel i5. It gets the job done for most games, but isn't a powerhouse. As I said before, I run the game on a mix between medium and high settings, which means what I'm showcasing isn't even what the game is fully capable of. However, frames are a big problem in some areas. I'll go from running a solid 40 frames per second, which is great for a sim of this caliber, to 12 while it tries to render a new portion of the world. My computer meets the recommended specs, but I can't go without saying that the game has had some problems with frame rates. Again, the game is in closed beta and is still being worked on, so I expect great improvement from the development team over at Asobo Studios. The game is just simply stunning. It can be breathtaking at times. Climbing out of the clouds after flying through a storm is a crazy experience like no other in other simulators. The volumetric clouds are something out of this world, but the game just isn't complete yet. It's a fantastic start, and I'm already in love with the platform. And with future updates and tweaks, this game is really going somewhere. It is one of the biggest steps in aviation simulation I have seen for a good while, and I can't wait to play it even more and see it improve as the years go on. Thanks for watching, everyone. I put a good amount of work into making this video great for y'all, and I have other video planned with this amazing sim, so be sure to subscribe, and I hope everyone's doing well. For right now, I'm just going to show you a couple other videos I took while playing around with the sim. So I hope you enjoy those, and I'll see you in the next one.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Landing gear.